So we're going to start with the marquee, set the size and the length, and then simply drop it onto your drawing. I like to make it central and then a little bit bigger to work with. I'm then going to add an entrance marquee. This time I'm going to use a canopy. And then I'm going to again line that up with my tent. As long as it's highlighted in red I can move it, and being zoomed in it's a bit easier. Next I'm going to go with my tables and chairs. Set the start position. This will be the centre of the top left table. Choose your table and chair types, and then how many columns and how many rows of each you want. You can change the offset with the middle button if you want to. And when you've got the layout you need, so adjust the centre position as required, then just drop them onto your drawing. It doesn't matter what order you do your objects in, so I'm going to add a row of chairs for my top table next. Again, just selecting the chair, how many, and adding them onto the drawing. I've then flipped them round because I want them to be vertical. To make up my top table I'm going to use two 6-foot tables and a 4-foot table. So start with the one for one end, double click the next one and the next, and that links them into a block. Flip them round and push them onto your drawing. Dance floor next. You can work in feet, you can work in metres, you can work in millimetres, just as long as you put the right sign on the end so it knows what you're doing. The tick box and the dance floor box are really for 3D, but I'm going to use them anyway, and this time I'm going to flip it round and do slightly diagonal. Then just for fun I might add a disco. There are loads of objects, it's worthwhile you getting to know what's where and what you can use, so just drop them onto your drawing and see what they look like, give them a try. And finally in the objects I'm going to add a bar. Again, this is made up of components, so double click the extra bits, flip it around and pop it in place. Then you're coming up to finishing touches, so I'd like some dimension lines and also some text. So I'm going to start with the dimension lines, set the length and where you want the dimension to be, so pick the line that looks about right. Don't worry too much about the fact that this is slightly off the drawing at the moment, we can deal with this at the end. So keep adding the rest of the dimension lines. This one's going to be for the windows in a minute, and one for the actual width of the tent. So I'm now moving the whole structure, or the whole page, so that I've got my dimension lines in place. I'm selecting some of the text from predefined. If what you want isn't in the predefined, you can just type it in. And if you type it in and then press save text, it will be in the predefined next time, so you don't have to type it in each time. Selecting it all, I can change the size of all of the text at once and then just move the individual pieces into place. Once this is done, my drawing's pretty much finished and I'm ready to print it or email it, however I want to send it to the client. So from start to finish, this has taken about 4 minutes, so it's pretty quick to get that 2D drawing with a little bit of practice. Finally, tidy it up, make it central, and you're done.